Hello everyone, welcome to Vidhigya Explained Series. Topic for today's discussion is 50% reservation limit. So in this topic, we'll discuss about reservation limit, about the important Indra Sanki case and other constitutional provisions related to reservation. So why this topic was in news? So a UPSC aspirant has approached the Supreme Court seeking to quash the final result dated 24 September 21 declared by UPSC for civil services examination to the extent it violates the 50% reservation ceiling. So this is why in the news. So now first we'll discuss reservation in public employment. So reservation in public employment. So the constitutional provision is Article 16, Clause 4 of Constitution of India. So let's see what this article says. So nothing in this article shall prevent the state from making any provision for the reservation of appointments or posts in favor of any backward class of citizen, which in the opinion of a state is not adequately represented in the service under state. So it says nothing in this article shall prevent. So state can give reservation. State can give reservation to any backward class of citizen if in the opinion of a state, they are not adequately represented in a particular service, in services under state. So what here you see that can be given to any backward class of citizen if they are not adequately represented in the services under the state. So this is, you have to remember that it can be given to any backward class of citizen under Article 16, Clause 4 of Constitution of India. So this is how, so it empowers the state. It is an enabling provision. It is an enabling provision, which what it means that it enables the state to take action. It gives the power to state to take such action that state can provide reservation if there is a need of reservation. So let's see Indra Sanki case. However, one thing you have to remember that reservation is not a fundamental right. Reservation is not here it only empowers or enables the state. That state can do so if it feels so, but it is not a fundamental right that a person can go and say that this is my fundamental right. No, it is not a fundamental right. So you have to remember this. Now Indra Sanki case, also known as Mandal Commission case. So it is a 9-judge bench in Indra Sanki case imposed the ceiling of 50% on total reservation. So under this case, it was held that the total reservation can be given up to 50%. For example, if there are 100 seats, then reservation can be up to 50 seats. So not more than 50 seats can be reserved. So this is you have to remember. Which case? Indra Sanki case, also known as Mandal Commission case. The Supreme Court, while upholding the 27% quota for backward class, struck down the government notification. In this case, the provision related to 27% of OBC quota came into question. OBC reservation came into question. So Supreme Court upheld this 27% reservation for OBC other backward classes, while the Supreme Court struck down the notification reserving 10% government job for economic backward classes among higher caste. At the same time, that 10% EWS reservation that was also there in the question, the Supreme Court struck down this provision that no, it cannot be given, that 10% reservation should not be there for economically weaker section among the higher caste. So you have to remember Mandal Commission 50%, 20% quota upheld, 10% EWS reservation was rejected. The Supreme Court in same case also upheld the principle that the combined reservation beneficiary should not exceed 50% of India's population. So this is 50% we have discussed. The concept of creamy layer also gained currency through this judgment. So concept of creamy layer also gained currency through this judgment. So you have to also remember the Indra Sanki case is also related to creamy layer. So what is creamy layer? So this is the concept in OBC quota. So in OBC category, if a person earns more than X amount in a year, then the person belongs to creamy layer, and therefore cannot claim reservation. So the limit earlier was 6 lakh and now it has increased to 8 lakhs per annum. So this is creamy layer applicable to OBC, not to SC and ST, not to scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. So you have to remember this concept of creamy layer. Now we'll discuss the constitutional provisions related to reservation. So first we have discussed 16 clause 4, which enables the state to make laws related to reservation. Now we'll discuss 77th Constitutional Amendment Act 1995. So first 77 is 1995. For this amendment says, the Indra Sanki verdict had held there would be reservation only in initial appointments and not promotion. So in Indra Sanki case, it said reservation only for initial appointment and not in promotion. So in promotion. So in Indra Sanki case, reservation in promotion was rejected. However, through 77th Constitutional Amendment, it empowered the state to make provision for reservation in matter of promotion to SC/ST employees. So it allows reservation in promotion for SC/STs. So this is, you have to remember which provision, 77th Constitutional Amendment, and this Constitutional Amendment led to insertion of 16 clause 4, subclause A of Constitution of India. So this clause you have to remember for reservation in promotion. So now second, 81st Constitutional Amendment Act 2000. So it introduced 81st. So first what happened? It introduced 16 clause 4 subclause B. Okay. In 2000, you have to remember this, which says unfilled SC/ST quota for a particular year when carried forward to the next year will be treated separately and not clubbed with the regular vacancies of that year. So what it says, for example, this year there are 100 seats and 50%, and then there are, for example, 22 seats reserved for SC/ST. However, out of 22, only 15 seats got filled. And so seven seats were left over. So next year, if there are 100 seats, then 22% reservation from this, and this 7 seat will not be counted in this 22. However, the 7 seat will be counted separately. So there will be 22 plus 7 in that year. However, so this is something that you have to remember, that, and not clubbed with the regular vacancy. So it should not be clubbed with the regular vacancy and will be treated separately. It will be treated, this 7 seat will be treated separately. So this came through 81st Constitutional Amendment in 2000 and inserted 16 clause 4 subclause B to the Constitution of India. Now we'll discuss 85th Constitutional Amendment Act 2000. So it provided for the reservation and promotion can be applied with consequential seniority for government servants belonging to SCs and STs with retrospect. So it's, you do not have to remember, you do not have to know everything about this from this amendment. You just have to remember that under 85th Constitutional Amendment Act, reservation to SC/ST in promotion with consequential seniority. So the question can be asked, through which amendment the reservation to SC/ST came applied with consequential seniority. So the question can be directly that which of the following amendment led to the reservation to SC/ST in promotion, and it will be applicable with consequential seniority. So you have to remember it is 85th Constitutional Amendment in year 2001. And then finally, last amendment, that 103rd Amendment. So 103rd Amendment, what it led to? 10%. It was in 2019. So 10% reservation to economically weaker section society. So which was earlier rejected in Indra Sanki case. So now in this topic, we have discussed articles 16.4. We have discussed 16.4a. We have discussed 16.4b. We have discussed 85, 77, 81st, 103rd Constitutional Amendment. We have discussed 50% ceiling limit. We have discussed reservation in promotion. So that's all you have to remember from this topic for your CLAT examination, because reservation was in news because of the NEET reservation, because of the UPSC reservation. So this can become an important topic for your exam. So you have to just memorize these amendments. So the question first. So G quiz. The first question is, which of the following provisions deals with reservation in public employment? Your option are 16 clause 4, article 16 clause 4, article 14 clause 4, article 15 clause 4 of Constitution of India. So correct option will be 16 clause 4. So another question number 2. Which of the following cases limited reservation to 50%? Your options are Indra Sanki case, Minerva Mills case, Keshwananda Bharti case, none of the above. The correct option is Indra Sanki case of 1992, also known as Mandal Commission case. Question number 3. Through which Constitutional Amendment Act reservation was extended in promotion as well? So through which act reservation was extended in promotion as well? So the option are 77th Constitutional Amendment, 81st Constitutional Amendment, 85th Constitutional Amendment, and 52nd Constitutional Amendment. And the correct answer will be 77th Constitutional Amendment. We have discussed this. In which year it came? 77th Constitutional Amendment in 1995. Which constitutional amendment extended the 10% reservation to EWS category? And your options are 81st, 85th, 77th, and 103. The correct option is option D, that is 103rd Amendment, 103rd Constitutional Amendment in 2019. The last question is, the concept of creamy layer is applicable to which of the following? Option A is scheduled caste, option B scheduled tribe, option C other backward classes, option D all of the above. The correct option is other backward classes. So that's all in this session. Stay logical with Vidhigya, your best pal in CLAT Preps.